downtown Cincinnati, Ohio. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Cincinnati Bengals. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen ready to get this one going. Jake Bates set to get it started. And we are underway at Paycor Stadium. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Here we go.
They'll run it for the first time with Chase Brown. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play.
You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. 17 yards, the gain there. And the Bengals going to have a first down.
At the 38-yard line.
Here we go. White 80. Stop.
A carry here for Brown. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
On one, ready?
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
Good set. White 80. White shot. Stop.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Rolling right. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down. Mike Gesicki was the intended receiver. And it'll be 3rd down.
Here we go. Stop. White 80. White 11, Thomas. Stop.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. Passing right side, and Chase has it. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. McCaffrey gonna return it. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Ready. First carry now for Kenneth Walker.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 7. Once again, it's Walker. He kept waiting for that cutback lane to develop. It never did. He's tackled right at the line of scrimmage.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. but the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He's got his man, complete to Dell. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. They get the conversion on third down. It was a gain of 27.
At the 47-yard line.
The career is more at stake when you win your prime. That paper, baby, my face on the dotted line.
They'll come up here, first and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready, right?
They'll run here with Walker. It's a short pickup, taking this to the 49. Veteran Trey Hendrickson there on the stop.
At his 49-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's
Just shy of midfield. Here's second down.
Ready? Yep.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Shamar Stewart. He had a sack in the opener last week. He's got another one here.
3rd and 15.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Throwing now from the gun. Looking down the field. That ball's incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
And this is going to pin him back. It's out of bounds inside the 10.
7-yard line.
Here we go. 180. Stop.
Off the play fake. Here's, and he's going to be taken down back at the 2-yard line. Byron Murphy. He gets in to drop him for his first sack of the young season.
A sack certainly isn't ideal in this situation, but I think this quarterback considers himself lucky he at least prevented the safety. This defense is in attack mode. They know they're one big play away from taking a 2-0 lead.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
Can. Stop. Stop.
Now, Burrow. Catch left side is made by Higgins. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
On 1, ready?
Third down and 9.
Here we go. 180. 180. Stop.
Back to throw. Burrow. Flush to his right. He'll swing this one out to Brown. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. Here's Ryan Rico now, as he'll take this a yard or two into his own end zone. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football.
47-yard line.
Bronco 80. Ready.
First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Gain on the play brings up 2nd and 10.
Seahawks football beginning this second quarter. They've got it with a second down and 10.
On the ready. Let's go now. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. That one caught by Smith. Taking advantage of that running ability. Gain of 17 and a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Here's a handoff to Walker, running to the left. Good blocking to the 15. And he will score! Kenneth Walker, touchdown Seattle. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Seahawks will take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Now a hit, and he lost the football. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands.
Gun. Stop. 180. Stop.
Now Brown, and he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Stop. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. Stop.
Second down, Burrow. He's got Gesicki open down the field. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10.
At the 49-yard
180.
line.
Stop.
Burrow to throw. He'll air it out down the middle. That's caught. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. That is a big play for Cincinnati. 38 yards.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
19 Tiger. Bronco 80.
In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. Forced to his right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
On 1, ready? Here we go. 180. Stop.
Now, Burrow. Forced out wide. Now he takes off. And good work here defensively. They force him out after a gain of just a yard. And now it's 3rd down.
Just getting anything out of that one, I think, is a positive. It looked like he might have to throw it away early. Instead, he pulls it down. He winds up picking up a yard.
That is caught to the goal line and in. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Bengals. That is 2nd TD catch of the season. McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals will level things out at 7 apiece.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That is caught, and it's Troy Franklin. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Now he'll run. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down.
Mike, the defensive line rush plan is critical when you're playing quarterbacks like this. You have to keep him contained in the pocket, because the second he gets out of the pocket, we can see what happens.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Now, faking the give.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for third down and 5. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
And there was nothing exotic about that. I mean, they were just able to generate pressure without having to bring an extra rusher, and this offense now finds themselves staring at fourth down as a result.
Bates' kick is good. And the Seahawks will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
He's going to let that to bring this one out. Probably a wise decision as this ball comes out to the 35.
On 2, ready?
They go 3 tight ends here on first and 10.
Gun. Dot.
Here's the first. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Here we go. Dot. Right 80. Right hot.
Now a second down throw for Burrow. Open man, downfield. Chase has it. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half.
Right 80. Right hot.
A first down throw for Burrow. Right back to Chase. He's got it again. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. First and 10.
First down.
Here we go.
At the 19-yard line.
Big 13. Big 11. Stop.
Here's Burrow. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Get set. 180. Plays hot. Hot. 11. Stop.
Burrow here on second down. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Mike Gesicki, touchdown Cincinnati. His first touchdown of the new campaign. McPherson's good on the extra point. And the Bengals are on top. It's 14-10.
Seahawks 10. Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
So, final seconds of this first half. Looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Moving to his left. He's going to run it. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
On the ready.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. They get 11 and quickly pick up first down.
So the rule of thumb, so often when you call these play-action passes, Mike, is that the guy you fake it to, he tends to be wide open more often than not. And it's exactly the case here. Dump it off to the back in the flat, and he does the rest.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he will go all the way. Elijah Arroyo. Touchdown Seahawks. Here's Bates for the extra point. He's got it. And the Seahawks move out to a three-point edge. 17-14. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here we go. Can. Start.
They go play action for Burrow. Exiting the pocket right. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Working out of the gun, Burrow gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's out past the 30 and out of bounds. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33.
Here we go.
No run here with Brown. He finds a seam, a good run, up past the 40. Let's give him 9 on that one.
At the 43-yard line. A gain of 9.
On one, right?
From the 43, here's 2nd and a yard.
Here we go. Big 13. Big 13. Stop.
On the ground, it's Brown. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Stop.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's going to let it go deep for Chase. That ball's incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Stop. 11 Thomas. Stop.
Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds.
1st and 10. At their own 26-yard line.
Hold the ready.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's got the Alabama product, Robbie Oots. And they will finally run him down. A big play for Seattle. 32 yards.
It's not a coincidence, Mike, that the best offenses in the NFL are all excellent at yards after the catch. It's a combination of a few things. A highly accurate quarterback.
Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes. Logan Wilson in there to bring him down. And that's his first sack of the year.
Well, that's certainly one way to bounce back here defensively after giving up a huge explosive play on the previous snap. To bounce back and come away with a sack. Now you find yourself in 2nd and long. You can catch your breath, and the opportunity to get off the field has just gone up.
Out to his right, taking off, carrying that ball loosely, and it is out.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
Here we go. What? Stop.
And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
He's brought down back at
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Stop.
Burrow now. He'll find Brown out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds. That'll be a gain of 20, much of it coming after the catch as they pick up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard
Here we go.
line.
Stop. Stop.
Here's a run going left. And he'll be forced out of bounds and pick up a couple on that one.
Out of bounds at the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
Gun, gun. Shot. Right 80. 11, 11. Shot.
Now, Burrow. He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
Here we go, here we go. Big 13. Big 13. Shot.
To throw is Burrow. Passing right side, and Chase has it. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
First and 10 at the
Here we go, here we go.
30-yard line.
Right 80. Right shot. Shot.
To throw is Burrow. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
It's a 10-yard loss. Brings up second and 20 on the Seahawks' 41-yard line.
Let's get set. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 12, 12, 12.
Second down, Burrow. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
Here we go. Shot. Right 80. Right shot.
Now, Burrow on the run to the right. He'll let one go down the middle. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
And while he didn't connect for the touchdown, what I really liked, Mike, was that he kept his eyes downfield as he left the pocket. Once he saw something that he did like, he ripped it without hesitation. They just got to find a way to get on the same page in these scramble drill moments.
This one has plenty of leg, and it is good. That evens the score here in the fourth quarter.
And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. Fourth quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
To return, it's McCaffrey. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Moving outside the pocket. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
Just refusing to go down, he winds up with a gain of 7. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second and a couple. He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Tie game, second half. Mistakes here can really decide the outcome of the game. So it's a really smart play. Nothing's open. Just throw it out of bounds. Live to fight another play.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a first down.
There's just so many ways this offense can beat you, Mike. He adds such a layer to this offense with their ability to use him as a designed runner, and we can see there as he picks up the first down.
Back to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. Down the right sideline. And he's in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. That's his second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Seahawks will go up by 7.
17.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
At their own 18-yard line.
Gun. Stop. Wide 80. 12. Stop.
Here's the first carry for Tank Bigsby. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
And that one shut down pretty.
A critical element to its plan. They've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run, there's no holes for the back to find, and all these zero or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
Burrow. Rolling right, it's taken in, and he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. They get 14 on that hookup. It's a Cincinnati first down.
Here we go. Wide 80. Wide shot. Stop.
Burrow to throw. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Wide 80. 11 MT Tate. 11 MT Tate. Stop.
Throwing is Burrow. That's over the middle and intercepted. Into space. And the defense finds the end zone. Great work inside by the linebacker, who takes it back the other way for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he just never saw the linebacker in the middle of the field, Mike, and the quarterback was locked in on his receiver, and once that ball came out of his hand, I think he wanted it back.
Bates now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Seahawks will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Bengals 17.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
On one, ready? Here we go. 180, 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11, 11. Shot.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
35-yard line.
11. Let's get set. Big 13. Big 13. Shot.
Here's Burrow. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Burrows from out of the gun here on 3rd down. He's going to air this one out, and that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide we're just going to air it out 1st, 2nd, 3rd down. All 3 incompletions, and now it brings up 4th down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they turn it over on down.
You got to give credit to the defensive coordinator here. He went into attack mode, had a great blitz plan for this 4th down situation, disrupted the timing of the offense, and the quarterback had nowhere to go. He flushes out of the pocket to keep the play alive, and they're able to chase him down, force the sack, force the turnover on downs. So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
Here we go.
They'll drop to throw. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. 3rd down coming up.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. To the left side, into the hands of Franklin. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down. He'll look to throw. That one caught. Arian Smith. Touchdown, Seahawks. Here's Bates for the extra point.
The kicker on for the extra point.
The kick is good. And the Seahawks tack on one more to their lead.
Bengals 17.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. He'll be out of bounds beyond the 20-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
This This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 180. 180. Shot. Shot.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. Moving to his right. Off he goes. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And the Seahawks have come up with the recovery. The quarterback was on the move, starting to gain some yards, but then he lost the ball. And the fumble's recovered by the defense.
And early on, Mike, it was actually a really good job by the quarterback, extending that play, getting some positive yards with his legs, but he decided not to slide and give himself up. He takes that hit, loses the ball, and now the defense takes over.
Opening carry of the game for the versatile Christian McCaffrey. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 7.
From the gun, here's the give to Walker. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts. This one is about done. So it's a win here for the visiting Seahawks. They get the victory here, away from home, to run their early season record to 2-0. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.